don't know what to say. I got on and not have anything in my mind. Anyway, we're here Tuesday. I thought we would just do a little check-in. Mom's over here doing, what's this called again?
English paper piecing.
English paper piecing. Right there. Right there. You do it all by hand and you do it on paper. Oh, you can't see. Right there. Paper. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Then we sew these together.
Oh, okay.
Warn me when you turn my way because I think I sew with my mouth open.
Okay, we will.
That one video, you have your tongue out this whole time.
So, that's what Mom's doing. We have Kristen today.
Hi.
There you are. There's Kristen. She's had surgery, so she has her cute little socks on and her crutches, and she's just recuperating.
Just chilling.
She's just having a change of scenery and enjoying us at quilting. Colleen, did you guys talk about Colleen's little project?
Roughly, but we said we'd get back.
Okay, so Colleen's project is her little cooler cover right here.
Shade cooler.
Oh yes,
Cooler shade.
a cooler shade, and it's going swimmingly. Look at that. That's gonna keep her cooler so nice and cool. Yeah. So we'll keep you on tabs on that bad boy right there.
You better take more time on that.
Why?
I only have about a minute.
I know. We're going to be short tonight, guys. It's just been one of those days. And then we're over here with Kim. And she is stitching down. Oh, let's see if we can get you over here. Stitching down her spider web on her Halloween.
Yeah, it doesn't look real good.
No, it does look good. That looks good.
See, and I did this. Here's a little tip. I
Okay.
just stretched across her, and then I'll go back and cut
Oh, yeah, that is a good idea.
See?
So she has these that are free.
through her. And I back tapped.
Right. So instead of cutting, stopping, starting, cutting, start, she'll just stretch it and then she'll cut it. This is across the spider body there. Oh, good. That's great. And we're going to keep an eye on her because she thinks she sews with her mouth open.
I'm not gonna do it now.
She won't do it now. Anyway, so that's us today so far. We did have some visitors. Some old friends of the family stopped by. They got a long arm machine and was asking some questions. I didn't get that on video, but that was fun to catch up with them and have them see kind of our setup and what we do. But we'll check back in a little while.
And now, Judy's gem.
Go.
Is it ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. This is kind of a funny, silly one, but I got thinking about this. The other day we were having waffles for breakfast. And as I was eating my waffles, for some dumb reason, I got thinking about the criteria I had heard of for what makes a good waffle.
Okay.
And that was a silly thing to think, but somewhere watching Test Kitchen or something, I heard what a good waffle's supposed to be like. Anyway, I couldn't remember all the criteria, but then I got thinking, well, why does someone else have to set the standard for waffles? I love my waffles, and
Right.
I make them from scratch, and I really like them, and we have them fairly often, and I don't know what the criteria is, but I like them, and I decided that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what the Test Kitchen says a good waffle's supposed to be. Anyway, so then this led me, I was doing this during breakfast. Then I was thinking, doesn't that same thing apply to quilts? Is someone else's opinion or someone else's rule more important than my own? And then I thought like this. Shouldn't I be this one to decide what I like?
Right.
And if I'm happy with what I'm making? I think it's okay to ask for ideas, and I do that, and ask for suggestions. What do you think of this color? Or and get some suggestions. But in the end, I need to make decisions so I wind up with something that I like, not something that my best friend likes or that my daughter likes, but something that I like. And I thought this also applies to some of the sacred quilting rules. And one little thing, if you're going to make a quilt and enter it to be judged, you better follow all the rules.
Right.
However, I don't ever plan on doing that because I could not handle the criticism.
Right.
And I don't want to do that. So we need to be careful. I think there's an example I heard. A woman told us at a quilt class once that her neighbor came over and said, I have a friend in town, or a sister-in-law. I have a sister-in-law in town, and I want to bring her over to show her your quilts. And so she said, well, that would be just fine. So the neighbor went home, gets the sister-in-law. They come over to see this woman's quilt. And the friend says, from out of town, says, would you like me to tell you what's wrong with your quilt? I would have said no.
Right. No, thanks.
But she said, well, sure. And the problem with her quilt, the big flaw in her quilt was the fabric she had used on her border did not appear anywhere else in the quilt.
Right.
That was her big sin.
Yeah, that's...
And you know, that kind of rule doesn't matter to anybody but the quilt snobs. And I know I get told a lot, there are no quilt police, but there are quilt snobs.
I love it.
And if you like the border on that quilt, it doesn't matter what some lady from out of town, what her opinion is.
Right.
So, this is my thought. We need to love the process. We need to take our time. Try not to have too many self-imposed deadlines because they are often an invitation for mistakes.
Right.
As soon as you're in a hurry. And most of all, do something that you like. And I've done a few things that I haven't cared for. Sometimes they're learning processes. You like some things more than others, but it's supposed to be fun.
Good.
And we don't let other people's opinions ruin it for us.
Right. And
The
you
end.
and you enjoy your waffles.
And I do like my waffles. I don't care what Test Kitchen says.
Thanks, Mom.